How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the channel. This is Big Daddy Dave, and this is a map tour for a new mod map to Farming Simulator 25 called Starowies. And we're going to start with the description from the mod hub, and it reads: Welcome to Starowies, a small Polish map created for smaller machines. The map contains 92 fields, 114 areas, biogas plants, sawmill, a few sale points, a few production points, a new crop, alfalfa, new bunker silos adapted for alfalfa, 2 areas to build, a house to build, a starting farm which can be sold in its entirety, a forester's house to buy along with the area, a new greenhouse with blueberry productions which can be processed into many products. The aforementioned greenhouse can be bought in the store and placed anywhere. A new item for production in the bakery, cream cakes. Traffic, a few forest areas. Missions with transporting wood, destroying stones, and removing dry trees. Various terrain features. Details in autumn and winter, for example, snowmen and leaves mounds. New collectibles, and many more. Have fun. There are no mods required for this map. This map was created by Greeniak and Faevrey, and is 254.26 megabytes to download. And if we take a look at the map, this is what it looks like. We start out with Farmlands. Let's scroll in just a bit, and we'll get rid of that. Start out with Farmlands number 1, 15, 16, 45, 46, 56, 59, 60, 93, and 103. Number 1 is an oat field ready to harvest, 15 is a canola field ready to harvest, 16 is a wheat field ready to harvest, 45 is a field with no product in it, 46 is a canola field ready to harvest, 56 a wheat field ready to harvest, 59 a barley field ready to harvest, 60 a barley field ready to harvest, 93 is your main starting farm, and 103 is a forestry area. Whew, lots of different areas to purchase, or that you start out with on this map. You're not able to purchase all areas on the map. As you can see, there are areas such as the shop out to the west here that you cannot purchase. And if we go back into the farmlands, you'll see that this area has no kind of darker shading to indicate that there's a purchasable plot behind it. Field prices do vary, but for the most part are relatively cheap because they're pretty small. 1.3 acres for $24,000, 17,000, 15,000, 16, 18, and so on and so forth. We got a little bit bigger areas, 197,000, but still not too bad. Got 32,000, that's almost 2 acres. 42,000, and so on and so forth. It's relatively cheap, but for the most part, these fields are incredibly tiny. You know, this one here is the biggest one at 10.8 acres. I mean, just shy of 11 acres. I mean, you're talking, yeah, they're pretty tiny, very, very tiny. And it is a small map. If I zoom all the way out, you can see, you know, normal 2x by 2x map goes boop, boop, boop. Like, there's all this area here that's missing, here that's missing. Yeah, so I mean, it's a relatively smaller map. We do start out with Animal Pen. We do have a pigsty. Contracts are available on this map. There are production chains on this map, but none that you start out with. And there are collectibles on this map, 35 of them to be precise. If we take a look at mods specific to this map, under the buy menu, there is nothing under the buy menu, but under the build menu, right here under our buildings and sheds, scroll down to the very bottom and you will see Starowies mod under the small wooden shed. That is a mod that is specific to this map. We also have some here under our silos. As you can see, these are the bunker silos that have been adapted to take in the alfalfa for this map. There is nothing under silo extensions, constructibles, containers, tools, but under farmhouses, you'll see Starowies mod. Those are the ones that are specific to this map as well. Under productions and factories, there's nothing under factories, nothing under selling points, but under greenhouses, we scroll down and you will see this one here, Blueberry Greenhouse. This is not only a mod specific to this map, but it creates a whole new line of products. So that is very nice. There's nothing under cultivation or generators. Under animals, there's nothing under cows, nothing under horses, but under pigs, we scroll down, scroll down, you'll see this one here. This is a mod specific to this map. There are nothing under sheep, chickens, bees, or others. Under the decorations tab, there's nothing under the whole decorations tab whatsoever. And same thing here under landscaping. There's nothing at all under any of the tabs here in landscaping. Now, because we do start right across the street of our starting farm, let's go ahead and take a look at some of our starting equipment. If we go to this menu here and go to vehicles, we start out with the Aprilia RX 125 motorcycle. We have the FarmTech EDK 650 trailer, the Greeniak Polar 600, I believe that's a weeder, the Horse Credo 3, that is a power harrow, I believe. We got the Horse Versha seeder. We got the Hardy Mega 1200L sprayer, the Kessler 144ND forestry trailer, the Noach Eco Cultivator 300. We have the Massey Ferguson 1840 baler, Massey Ferguson 8570 harvester, the harvester header, the header trailer. We've got the Pottinger Servo 25 plow. We've got a 10-winkle FGB 600 weight, the Zader Crystal HD 170. We have the Zader Proxima HS80, and that is it. So let's go ahead and take a look at our starting farm and see what we got. So walk through this gate here. Right around the corner, we have AI Helper Walter, Sleep Trigger, Wardrobe Trigger, and inside this building here, we have our silo. So our inputs are here and the output is right here. Now, one thing to note on this map is that the hazard marker is this kind of funky green color. Makes it very difficult sometimes to see where the triggers are as opposed to that kind of brighter yellow color. Just appears to be just something that was done specific to this map. Over here we have a water trigger where you can get your water from, a little water source. And right over here we have a pig barn. We start out with 0 pigs, but we have room for 70 of them. If I open this, if I open this door, feed trigger right here. Can also put in straw there, and slurry is right here. Now that's everything here on the starting farm. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and hop onto this motorcycle real quick. And what I'm planning on doing is, first off, I'm going to drive this over to one of the points of interest, and then I'm going to drive this over to the shop. And from there, I'm going to get a vehicle with 4 tires because I'm terrible at driving this thing. Did I not turn on auto? I did not. Let's turn off the auto turn on. So we're going to make a right out of our main starting farm, and we're going to head down right over here. We're going to stop right here. Now, directly in front of me, this is the sales point at the neighbors. So it's just a sell point here and back there. Same sell point, just 2 different types of products that it'll take. And we have AI Helper David over here. Hop back on, get turned around. And now we are going to take this all the way past the farm once again. And we're going to hit the next point of interest, which is just past it, which is the shop. And that's where we're going to get a truck with 4 wheels because, yeah, this motorcycle, I'm trash at driving this thing. It's, yeah, everything that can go wrong will go wrong. So we got a shop trigger right here. And, oops, we want to just go ahead and purchase. We'll go ahead and purchase this. Why not? Well, lease it. And then over here we have a repair trigger. And again, this, you can really see that kind of green and how it can really kind of blend in if you're not really looking. Now we got this. Let's get turned around and head out here. Now coming up here, make a right. We're going to follow this back here. All right. So on my right This is the wood chip sell point. We have AI helper Noah directly in front of me, and behind him, right here, is the sawmill. You can purchase it for $200,000. And around the back over here, we have our wood cell trigger right there, the input right here, and the output. Took me a little while to find this. It's actually right back here. Yeah, right back here. So you can imagine, as I'm kind of looking around and trying to find things, I'm going around and around looking. And at this height with the shadow just so, you can barely see it. So if you're just moving around real quick, it's going to be difficult to find sometimes. So yeah, just be mindful of that. So we'll go ahead and jet back to the truck, and we will head back out of here. Now backtracking just a little ways. And turn there. We'll make a right and a left. And now we're going to follow this all the way back here. Tucked away back here is the next production point. This is the old mill. You can purchase this for $20,000. We have a output right here, an input right here, and another output right here. So if we take a look at the production point itself, and I forgot to take a look at the sawmill, so let's look at that one first. You can see this one produces all the sawmill products. So you got your planks long, your planks, as well as your prefabbed walls and your wood beams. Now the old mill, on the other hand, look at what this one does. So it does your flours, which is, you know, from your barley, your oats, your rice, sorghum, and wheat, but it also does your oils as well. So sunflower oil, olive oil, and canola oil. So that's really nice. So you're going to get kind of your pop-outs here, and then you're going to get your kind of loose grain stuff here as well, because you do get some, I'm wondering, maybe you can actually kind of get a silo effect from this and get out some of your products that you put in. Like if you have any overage and you want to take it out, you can take it out from there. That's kind of my guess, because all of those are palleted goods, so I don't see why it wouldn't just put everything under the pallet if you couldn't just take everything out from that production point. So we're going to go through the river. Oops. I went the wrong way. Meant to turn here. Now we're heading the right direction. Alright, just behind this tree here, we have another water trigger fill point. And tucked away over here is farm number 2. Let's go ahead and take a look at the map. So we started out here on our main starting farm, saw everything we need to see there, went over and saw AI helper David, as well as the sale point at the neighbor's sell point. Then went down to the shop repair trigger area, got us a truck, went over, up and around to the wood chip sale point, AI helper Noah, as well as the sawmill production point. We then followed this road back out to here, up and around, over to the old mill, and then we followed this across the river up to the water fill point, and then down to farmland number 97. We can purchase that for $181,116. We'll go ahead and do so. And now we get all of these greenhouses pop up. These are blueberry greenhouses. So if we go in here, you can see, put water in, you get blueberries out, and it's a 1-to-1 ratio. Oh, and you got your input for water here and your output for your blueberries there. Got a sleep trigger right there. And then around the back side, a wardrobe trigger right there. And now over here, right here, we have the, where was it? The wood sale point. is the sell point. So input here, and the wood cell trigger is right here. And then over here, we have the wood chip sale point in the Forester's Lodge. It's kind of a mouthful for a name. Not gonna lie. Let's go ahead and grab the truck one more time, get turned back around. And get out to the main road here. Hop out. Go down this little drive. Tucked away back here. This is the local carpenter. Got the buy point right over here. Can purchase it for $150,000. We have an input here, wood cell trigger in the corner over there, and the output is right over here. Grab the truck one more time. Head up this little hill. There we go. Tucked away in here is the local spinner. Can purchase this for $120,000. We have our input here and output in front of the door right over there. Oh, and one thing I keep forgetting to do is to show the individual outputs. So we had the local carpenter there, where they will make barrels out of planks long and planks, bathtubs, buckets, and furniture. And then we've got the local spinner, who will make not only fabric, but will also make rope. And, okay, yep, and that was everything. So let's go ahead and hop back in. Head down just a little ways further. Now, tucked away over here, this is the blueberry processing point. $60,000 to purchase this. And we have our input right here, and our output is tucked away. You can kind of see the right. Nope, I'm sorry, that's not it. Bah, that right there it is. There it is. Found it. But this is what you can make here, and these are all new products because we're dealing with a new product in blueberries. So we got blueberry jam, blueberry juice, and grape juice. So that's kind of a remnant from a old product that we do have, but these two are the new ones. So that's nice. So you can take your blueberries plus sugar equals blueberry jam, and your blueberries plus sugar equals blueberry juice. So now we head around this corner over here. Following this around, we have the next point of interest tucked away in here. This is the dairy. You can purchase this for $200,000. And we have an input right here. And the output, if I remember correctly, is tucked way in the back. There it is, right over here. So now let's go grab the truck. Here we go. Head down the road a little ways. Follow this to the left. All right, so come to a stop right here. Take a look at the map. So we were up here, farm number 2. We then went over to see the wood sell point as well as the wood chip sell point in the Forester's Lodge. We then followed this road up and around over to the local carpenter, then over to local spinner, and then to the blueberry processing point, then down and around to this area here to the dairy. We then followed this down all the way out to here, and if we purchase farmland number 96 for $442,800, we now have access to the biogas plant and the property it resides on. So a bunch of bunker silos over here. We have an input for liquids right here, input for solids right here. The trigger for the processing plant is right here, and just the normal stuff that you can expect: manure, silage, slurry, and cut sugar beets. And you get out electrical charge and methane and digestate. Speaking of digestate, you can get it out right over there. Gonna hop in the truck one more time. Now, right over here, go ahead and come to a stop. Oh, I missed something. Let me just show you something real quick. So over at the biogas plant, which was way back over here, completely spaced out on this. So we were parked right here on the road. We come back over here. I should have showed this before leaving. We got the refuel point right here and an electrical charging station right over here. Now that we walked back into the area here, we got the shop trigger right there. Actually, no, sorry, not shop. Warehouse trigger, where you can buy all your palleted goods. Over here we have a lime station. On the back side, this is the local farmers market. That is a sell point. And around the back side, we have a milk sales point right there. Now, what I think is going on here is the local farmers market. Typically, a farmers market in-game will give you two options: the kind of loose grain sell point as well as the kind of palleted sell point. And I believe that's what that is up there. Even though it's listed or shows as bales, I don't see on the map or anything that would indicate that it's like a bales sell point. Now, it might just not be listed, and it might be 3 individual sell points, and this one's just not there or not present. I'm not certain about that one, but we're just going to move on from there. Now coming up here is we got a car coming right at us. We have AI helper Ben right there. Over here we have the local bakery, can be purchased for $80,000. And I'm going to show off the local bakery because this one does have some stuff in it. So local bakery is right here. And we can make blueberry cake from flour and rice flour. We can also make breads and cake flour, which, I mean, bread and cake are the two that we're used to seeing. The blueberry cake, that's new. And cream cake is something new. So let's take a look at this one here just real quick. So flour, sugar, milk in bottles for some reason. Eggs, butter, and blueberries gives you the blueberry cake. And then you got your cream cake, which is your flour, sugar, milk in bottles, eggs, and butter. So all that together will then give you your cream cake. So yeah, that's nice. Input right here and output around the side over here. Right here we have the manure buy point and a slurry buy point. Go back to the truck one last time, and we're going to start taking in the last points of interest. So we're going to follow this road, kind of swooping down towards the southern portion of the map. Yeah, southern portion. And right here we'll make a right. And we're going to follow this out. Make a left. All right, now down here is where we're going to see the last bits for this map. Directly in front of me, this is the animal dealer sell point, and we have the animal dealer. Now, if you want to purchase animals for your pens and pastures located around the map, you can come to this location and use this icon, or you can use this same icon at any pens and pastures you have established on the map. If you use these icons directly, though, you will incur an additional fee. That fee is associated to a delivery fee. The animal dealer is taking the animals from this location and taking them to whatever location you want or have set up for your animals. Now, that fee gets expensive. You know, if you buy an adult cow, that's an extra $100 per adult cow. And depending on how many you're buying, that's going to add up pretty quickly. Now, to save that money, all you have to do is bring an animal trailer to this location and park it right around in this general area where the trigger is. Oh, you can actually see, again, that's why I'm not huge on this green markers right here. It just really hides sometimes. Anyways, you park it within this little hazard box here, and then you can click on this, and it'll load the animals directly into the animal trailer. You then take it to whatever, pen or pasture you have located on the map, and then you save that money. Works out pretty nicely. AI helper Katie is right over here. And then tucked around right over here is the last point of interest. We have one more water fill point right here. And that's it. That is everything here on, it was called Starowies. That's it. And yeah, now it's time to render my opinion and let you know what I think. 0 to 5 scale as per usual. I'm kind of split on this one, to be honest. I like the color palette. There's a lot of areas where it's really toned down and muted, but then there's others where, like, look at that. You get these kind of big pops of color every once in a while. And it just kind of jars you every once in a while. Again, over by the water, you see all the pinks just hiding in the background over there. I mean, there's elements about this map that I really do like. The undulations, for the most part, the color palette's good. But, I don't know, it's just, something just feels lacking. Something feels missing. And I can't put my finger on it per se, but there's just something I'm not feeling about this map. And I don't know. It's just one of those where at the end of the day it feels like a good map. I've been driving around on it. The road network is nice because of the kind of layout and the back roads. It kind of makes it feel a little bit bigger than what it actually is. And this is a small-ish map, especially when it comes to the equipment and stuff. You're going to want to use small to medium size. Small, I would say small medium. Not as in small to medium, is just a smaller size of medium tractor style of equipment. You don't want to get so built up that you're not able to get around the map, you're not able to use it in the fields, because there's a lot of obstructions in a lot of these fields too. There's trees next to them, there's power poles, there's a bunch of stuff around here that's going to be, needing to be avoided. But again, there's just something I can't put my finger on as to why I'm just not feeling the map. It's just, I don't know. I just can't place it. Oh, hey, see that red header trailer there? It was hiding in the red flowers. That y'all saw it. Anyways, all in all, what am I going to give this? I'd probably give this a 3.5. It's definitely above average. But just something about it just isn't for me per se. So yeah, that's how I kind of feel about it. All that being said, I hope you enjoyed this map tour. If you did, please show them by liking, sharing, subscribing, following, commenting, doing all the things. The algorithms enjoy you doing the show, engage with this channel, enjoying the content. That being said, hope everybody has a fantastic day. Take care.